Hey, howdy do out there everyone, and welcome one and all to the grand beginning of the Doot Corner channel. My name is Michael, and I am an aspiring digital artist and animator, and while I struggle with these sketches in the back, I want to say a few things about what I'm doing. Let me start off by saying that I've deliberated for so long on so many different ways to kick off my channel, probably for a year or more now. I wanted everything to be perfect and to make some grand piece far beyond my skill set that would really wow the world and show what the best I had to offer was. And out of all that time, I've been recording, finessing, and changing the way I do it all to get it just right. I've made some pretty nice artworks in all that time, but none of them really impressed me enough to post in the beginning, and in the end they all sort of burnt me out. So because of that, I've been in a bit of a rut for what to do. Almost like trying so hard to draw something good made me lose all sense of where my skill set was and how to apply it. But then I came to a profound realization that I didn't make this channel to be perfect and show my portfolio of finished pieces, but to show a timeline of my progress, to motivate me forward and hopefully to entertain and motivate others who had similar issues to art as me. After all, I did name this place the Doot Corner, not the Finished Piece Corner. So if that's what you enjoy, you'll certainly be in for a good ride for the rest of, the foreseeable future on this channel. So long story short, I had to allow what I made for this episode to not be so precious, but still special to me. Something scratchy and rough, indicative of my current skill level, but also something I would be proud of posting because of how much I adore it. In the event you don't know the glory that is, this is Little Maeve from Wolfwalkers.
When I'm awake, I'm Maeve, old Matira.
I love this little munchkin of fluff and fury, and today I tried to teach myself how to draw her and the other main character, Robin.
What's your name, anyway? Robin?
I would say a pretty major stepping stone in my progress as an artist, considering that never before have I really tried to study any particular piece or form, which may have been a mild oversight on my part. But in my defense, I don't exactly have a formal teacher for this sort of thing. I don't know if the way I went about learning this was all that good and proper, but like I just said, I don't have a formal teacher, and there comes a point where you watch so many different artists, so many different YouTube videos, and different styles, and you inherit so many different ideas that eventually you just have no idea what to do, and you have to make something up, which I think worked pretty well for this drawing. For Maeve, I tried drawing some of her wolf forms before I decided to just focus on the human halves for now. Eventually, I realized it was a bit of an overestimation to think that I could learn 4 different new things in a single day and really get the hang of any of them, especially with one of them being an animal and the other being a human form. As you'll see, I did have to redo the wolf forms a lot over and over and over again, and even in the end, they don't come out all that nice compared to the human forms. Though I said I was going to just make something up, I still had almost every style sheet and reference page from the movie I could find in the pasteboard for me to look at. And at some point during this, you'll likely see a pretty stark difference in how I measured and went about the drawings in general, which is probably just about when I started watching a Tom Moore video, the creator of the movie, on how he goes about drawing his characters. You can see after that point I get a lot more loose and adventurous in my choice of shapes, as opposed to just my simple square and circle model I was using before. And in the side-by-side comparison I have of the two of them here, they look fantastically different from my first attempts. So in just a few hours I was drawing, you can already see I made a pretty noticeable margin of progress in my learning, and these final pieces are a far cry from what I started with, though still not perfect. But like I said, it's a start. In the end here, I made a rendition of the two of them, back to back, ready to hunt or adventure as they please, which I thought was a pretty nice exhibition of what I learned, even though it's not perfect by any means. And I beg of you not to look too deep into the details. All in all, I really enjoyed making this video, and it sort of got me out of my rut. I actually heard a great philosophy on the Drawfee channel recently, which was from one of their hosts, Julia, who said that she was in a similar rut where she just didn't or couldn't enjoy her art at the time, and her solution was to just play with a single character she loves over and over and over again until she got back in her sway and recentered herself on what she knew. I took that to heart in this episode, and I think it's some pretty good advice, that if you're ever feeling lost or alienated in new concepts, it can always help to just draw what you know and recenter yourself so that you can keep building out from there. As long as you have something to build off of, you can keep building. In this instance, I'm not quite in a comfort zone because I really don't have one. But this character is, I think, good enough for that, and I think I might return to drawing little Maves every time I feel that way again. So then, what did you think? Too much talking? Not enough drawing? Shorter? Longer? Different style videos? More focus on the lessons I learned, or just tell some fun stories about the inspiration behind the piece? Any suggestions on how to improve this content going forward would be great. After all, this is just the pilot episode, and I've got a lot more planned for installments in the future that I want everyone to enjoy just as much as I do making them. If you did enjoy, don't forget to do all that like and subscribe stuff to help me get out there in the algorithms, and until next time, farewell.